be moving back. Good afternoon. Oh, there we go. Do you know what's really funny? I've been watching some of my videos back, and every single time I'll take a deep breath and I go, and I thought I must not do that on this video. So I haven't. I'm a couple of minutes early. So whilst we're waiting for you to join, got a few coming through now, which is good. Welcome. I was cracking up at the comments on the post because somebody was... I mean, it would be a really good live if I drank the wine and ate the chocolates. I went and bought them for size so I could see that everything would work. And we will see. It doesn't look like I'm going to get comments today. I don't know why. Some days it does it and some days it doesn't. But Lisa is here, so hopefully she will read the comments to me as we're going along, or any questions that you might have. Oh, yes, they are coming up now. Perfect. Hi to Shani and Vanessa, I think that one was. It's whizzed by now. Can't see it. And Lou. So today came about because somebody was, I think, I'm rubbish at remembering things. I think it was maybe Vanessa. I could be wrong. A couple of years ago, I did an online workshop and we made crackers and different bits. And with Facebook doing its thing, it deleted the video off. And when she went to make the Terry's chocolate orange ones, I think they may have changed the size of the box. So I've resized it all. Can't stay. We'll catch up later. Enjoy your wine and chocolate orange. Yes, thank you, Pauline. I'm not going to eat the chocolate orange because it's going to be a present. I'm going to decorate it at some stage like this, so my girls can have one each because they like them. No, not me. I think it was Wendy Vanessa. Thank you. I knew it had got a Vanessa. How does my brain work? I thought Vanessa and not Vanessa. Okay, brilliant. So, I have got a few things to catch up on first. Let's unclip you. Shall we? No, I'll just keep you there. So, news. Next week, on Wednesday evening, at 7 p.m, I would love it if you could come and join me live from my craft room so I can introduce you to my brand new collection. It's called Dragonfly Dreams, and we're going to have a lovely bundle deal available on it. And yeah, it's really nice. And I've got lots of samples to share with you. So that's what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday evening. On Thursday at 2 p.m, I will be demoing Dragonfly Dreams, and also on Saturday, I think it will still be Dragonfly Dreams. So that's all of next week sorted, and then on the following Monday, which is the 17th, then it will be on the telly. But I get to launch it, so I can have it first. My niece is. Do you know what? It just makes it look nice. Terry's chocolate oranges are like £2, but if you make a gift like that, it's like, it just makes it look special. So, yes. Right, I think I told you about Wednesday. Told you about that. Oh, the only thing that I can show you as well, I think I glossed over it quickly on Thursday, but this has been selling really well. It's a little collection called Quiet Morning, and you get this pad which has got cards. These can be card bases. You just score them in half. Also beautiful. Then you've got your pattern papers, which are really stunning. Then you've got a die cut element pad. I probably should have done this down the way, but lots of little elements, frames, animals, roses, different bits in there. But then there's also a little sentiment pack. Now these are all like, they're going to be back to front for you, aren't they? Like condolences, sympathies, sorry for your loss, heartfelt condolences, things like that. But all of it together as a collection it is, and it's, oh, I don't know. I think it's £12 something. It's really cheap, and a lovely colour palette. So look out for that on the website. It will be under new arrivals. Okay, I'm going to flick you round. She says, let's get that. And spin. Oh, okay. So, I'm going to start off with this one because I have actually made this cracker this year. And I think it was when I demoed, so it will be on YouTube. It will be when I demoed Vintage Christmas. And I have actually got the cracker here. So if you like this size cracker, all of the instructions are on YouTube. Look for the banner that says Vintage Christmas and you'll see me make that one there. So that's that one. But then this one is a hexagonal one. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the measurements for this one, and I've decorated this one in Seasons of Joy from Arden Creative. Now, I used this size paper pad, which is £6.99, and there's a couple of different pages at the back with pop-out elements, which you can use to stick on and decorate. But what would also be nice is if you use the 12 by 12, because they're double-sided, you wouldn't have to bother trying to mat and layer it all because you're just going to have the beautiful design. So we've got a few of these left at $14.99, and then you've got these pages here with different little toppers that you could stick on the front of the crackers. So this would work really, really well. So that's that one, and that's the smaller one at $6.99. So that's that. Then we're going to look at the measurements for the chocolate orange one. And then we're going to look for the measurements for doing a little wine bottle like this. Now, when I went round to the shops, I did try to find a little poppy bottle of, not champagne, like Prosecco, because I know that they're bigger. But then I had an epiphany and I thought, oh, I bet it will fit in this one. So I'll show you how to adapt afterwards. So I'm going to move all that out the way. And that's for that one. Let's start off with the hexagon. Now, I'm not going to decorate them today. I'm just going to go through the measurements and how to achieve what I've achieved. And I'm just wondering, oh, there we go. Hang on. Did I even do it? Hex cracker. There you go. Right, so for the hexagon cracker, you will need a 12 by 12 sheet of card. And all you need to do is cut this down to 25 centimetres. Like so. So it now measures 25 by 30.5 centimetres. And then bringing in your scoreboard with the short edge at the top. I'm going to try, and because I'm doing it on black, you're not going to see it too well. But I'll say it slowly. So if you've got a pen and piece of paper next to you and you jot these measurements as we go, it's easier when you come to make it, or if you're crafting along with me. So we've got the short edge at the top, and we're going to score at 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, and 24. So that 1 centimetre at the end, that is going to be our little tab that sticks it all together. Okay, and then from there, we're going to turn that around and we're going to score at 3, 6, and 9. And we're going to do that from each end. So I'm just going to spin that because it's bit of Elvis in the building then. 3, 6 and 9. Okay. I'm just going to turn this over and fold this tab inwards because it makes it easier for the next bit. And if I bring that down, this section here is going to be the top of the cracker, and then these bottom two are going to be the bit that kind of crunches up. Yeah, the bit that we've got to take little diamonds out of. Now, on that second score line down, this one here, there's the first one, this second one, we've got a marks. Now, what I'm going to do actually is I think I'm going to do it in a white pen so you can see. I just went up there to get one. Okay. Hi, Wendy. Hope you're feeling better. Hopefully see you on Thursday. Right, so here we're going to mark this at 1.5 centimetres and 2.5 centimetres on this second score line. Whoopsie. So, in fact, I'm going to mark it with this and then, so I'm just going to go like so, and then like so. Dig it in and I know that they're there. So I'm just going to go dot, dot, so that you can see. And I'm going to do that all the way across. So I will just, and a lot of the time you can just do it by eye. I am actually doing this just by eye. And you'll feel when the ball tool is just sitting in the right groove. You can feel it. So that's the last one there and one there. Okay. So I'm not going to put white dots on those because it's exactly the same as that. And all it is, it's giving us a centimetre in the middle because this measures 4. So you've got 1.5 each side and a centimetre in the middle. And I do this for a reason because there's loads of cracker dies out there on the market and you die cut them. But this bit's too skinny and when you pull the ribbon, it just snaps them and that's no good. We don't want that. We want it to be sturdy. So that's why we've got a centimetre gap there. So I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to do it exactly the same. So it's a second line down, 1.5, 1. And once you get used to, obviously, I mean, I could probably make these in my sleep. There we go. Right, so that is all of my marks done. Oh, sorry, it just wobbled. You're really bad then. Okay, so got all of my lines on. Now I'm just going to go through and fold all of my lines just in one direction. Every single one. That's it. That way. Okay. So now I'm going to fold this like so. And we're going to start and cut the diamonds. Now this is, I'll start with the one that I've done the dots on. In fact, let's just sort this first. On this end here, that's going to be a tab. And that's going to be a tab there. So this piece, we've got to just cut up to that point. If I do it at an angle. Up to that point. And then back out to that point. Okay, and then I've got to go up here and do the diamond. So if you fold it in half, and I'm cutting from that line to the mark, and from that line to the mark. If I open it out, you'll see we've got that first diamond there. So you just keep folding along. I mean, I can't even see where my lines are. I'm going to have to guess. I'm just going to have to guess. Because I can't see. Because I didn't put it on the do it in white on the rest. But it's fine, just keep folding that down. Now, this actual size cracker, I made these, and I'm certain it's got to be 3 years ago. Might even be 4. But 3 years ago, we'll say, I made them for my family, and I did them in like a gunmetal mirror board, and decorated them with like fern branches and all sorts. And I still get them out every year. They're still going. But this year, I might upgrade. And then the last one is just a half. You don't have to do the fold. Okay. So that's the top half. Now, all you do is you're going to repeat that on this side. So we do the tab first. But before I cut it, I'm going to just try something. So that's our tab. Now, if I wanted to do this one for a bottle, I'm just going to measure it with this one. If that was in there, I did this yesterday and it fell out on the glass mat. I could cut this bottom section off and these would become little tabs underneath. So it would be, let me bring this one in. So it would stop here, but you'd have the piece on the top. And if I put that bottle next to it, if it was a fizzy bottle, it's going to be a wider base. So it would actually fit in the hexagonal one really, really well. But I'm going to give you measurements for this size bottle. But as we're not going to do that, let's proceed on and we will cut this the same. Because I've got my camera low, it's a little bit awkward for me cutting, but it's fine. I'll get by. Okay, so just going through in to the point. And they haven't got to be perfect, but obviously the more precise, the better the finish. So that little bit in the middle there, that's 1 centimetre. Oh, I've gone past it. There it is. And one more and a little bit. I'm making this look harder than it is, I think. I think it's because I'm doing it khaki-handed. Right, and then that last little piece. But by me doing this, then it's going to get saved onto my YouTube and it'll always be there. So next year when it comes to Christmas and you think, oh, I want to make some of them hexagonal crackers, just go onto the YouTube and you'll see it. Right, that's it. That's our base done. Let me just lift that up slightly. If I fold that in there, grab myself a bit of glue. Now, oh, it won't matter on this one. I was going to say I'd probably decorate it before I stick it, but it will fold, it will push flat. So pop the glue onto your little tabs, fold that over, and wait, give it a minute to grip. We want to make sure that that's got a good bond. And then when it's done, just fold it over to another space. That's it. So now that pops and just clicks into place. So look at the way, because of that nice precision cutting, they all fit perfectly, which is brilliant. So that is a really quick and easy hexagonal cracker. And if you want to decorate it with the Seasons of Joy papers, just beautiful. So I just reduced my measurements down by 1/2 centimetre. So I know that's 4 wide, so it would be 3.5. And then that one is about, I don't know how much it is. Let's have a look. It's 12.5. So by 12, 3.5 by 12. And then these ones would be 3.5 by 2.5. And yeah, decorate away and have some fun with that one. Right, so that is your hexagonal cracker. Where's my white pen? Put lid on. So let's have a little look at our... I've written it down just to remind me. Terry's chocolate orange. Okay, so the paper needs to be 26 centimetres by 30.5. So it's actually just going to be a centimetre bigger than the last one. 26. Okay, so that's it cut. Now, what I will say is, if you haven't got any 12 by 12 card, we have got some beautiful textured 12 by 12 card from Art and Creative. And there's one that's called, I think, is it called Dark Tones? 12 by 12. Yeah, can you bring it? Thank you. The colours in this are absolutely beautiful. What's that one that's just come up? I missed the start. Will I be able to play this back? Absolutely, Diane. It will be on this Facebook page for 30 days. Then it gets deleted. But I upload it to YouTube, Hazel Eaton Dragon's Papercraft, when I get home. So it will just be there forever. This is the textured card. So in here, you have got 6 colours, 4 sheets of each. So you've got a lovely navy. This teal's gorgeous. You've got your red and your green. And then that aubergine and a lovely chocolatey brown. That is 6, 12, 8. Yeah, 24 sheets. 17.99 those ones are.
And it's coloured core.
It is coloured core, you're right. Coloured right through to the core. Okay, so let's move back on to chocolate orange. So long edge at the top this time. And we are going to score at 7.5 and 15 and 22.5 and 30. Did I? Oh, yeah. So we've only got 0.5 centimetre tab on this one, but it's perfect for what we need it to do. Then we're going to turn and we are going to go 7.5 and then it is 17.5 20 and 22.5. So I'll just go over that again. So long edge at the top, so that it measures 30.5. You're going to score at 7.5, 15, 22.5, and 30. You're going to rotate, and you're going to score at 7.5, 17.5, 20, and 22.5. And then I'm going to just rotate this back round this way, because now I need to mark my little bits on the second score line down, and they are going to be at 2.5 and 5. You could do this, get in the groove, Hazel. I'm standing up, then I can see it better. There you go. 2.5 and 5, and we're going to do that on each one. So I'm just going to... So going back to that guesstimating thing. Works quite well. Because it's literally 3 sections equally. So, because it measures 7.5. There we go. So I've got those marks in, ready. In fact, let me call that out to you. So that is 2.5, 5, 10, 12.5, 15, 16, 17, 17.5, 20, 25 and 27.5. Phew!
She made the crackers with you a few years ago and uses them every year.
Perfect. Right then, so first up, cut that one, the tab. So I'm going to cut that little, the first little triangle out. Oh, I'll have to go in this way. That's it. And then if I fold my score line and cut that. Fold the next score line. This one, I mean, these are going to be quicker to make because you've not got so many cuts to do, because you've only got to do the top section, and it's a 4-sided as opposed to a 6-sided. That's that one. And then this last one. It's a full one. Trying to just be as precise as I can. And then the last one, I've got my tongue out. Okay, so now I'm just going to go over. That one folds that way, this one folds this way, and this one folds that way. Give that a little burnish. That's done there. Right then, so for these ones at the bottom, we're just going to cut straight down. Now you can bob this back in your trimmer and do it, or you can just go down with some scissors. Realistically, I need a big pair of scissors with a longer blade. I'd get a better cut, but I'd have to get up and go up the back, and I can't. Nah, it's all right. Done it now. So then at the end here, we're going to cut away that last piece that's sitting there. So we've got a little tab there and a little tab there. So just turn that over and do that. Okay. So we'll do the same again where I put the glue on that little tab, a tiny bit of glue. For those of you who didn't watch Thursday's live, maybe, this glue, we have 3 bottles on offer for £8.99 at the minute. When it's gone, it's gone. It's the last ever, because they've changed the style bottle now, and the inside is a slightly different ingredient as well. It's been made by a different supplier, but I know that I love this, so I've stocked up really well on it. So yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. But if you want a bargain, £8.99 for 3 bottles. Okay, so now always bend it back the other way as well. And I know that I've got a really good stick. If I raise this camera a minute and just show you, when that pops down, do you see how the corners are just mitered perfectly and it fits? That's all down to choosing the right measurements when you're designing. No, that sounds, you know what I mean. I did a few before I perfected it, so this is the perfected version. That's better, isn't it? Right, on this side, you're just going to fold. Pop that in. Stick that one down. Pop that one in. And the last one. Now, what I do like to do now is turn it up the other way. Open it fully. And get my fingers in there. Give it a nice press around to make sure that that's stuck. And that gives you... Let's go in. Now, if if I bring this one in, you'll notice I've got a nice stripy bit there. So all I did was cut a little bit of pattern paper, 7.5 centimetres square, pop it on the top, and then it hides. You've still got that element of surprise or what's inside. Could you put a pair of socks in there rolled up? Yes, you absolutely could, unless they've got size 15 feet, and I don't think they'd fit in. But a standard pair of socks would absolutely roll up in there. That is a fabulous idea. So the height of this is 10.5 centimetres by 7.5. So you could be putting candles in there. Maybe it's jewellery. Maybe it's Ferrero Rochers. She's laughing.
Kay, the comment from Kay has just made me laugh.
You end up with a nice firm bottom.
We all want a nice firm bottom.
I'll tell you what, Kay, I wish mine was firm. But yes, you do. You do. Yes. Right, so all I did from there is mat and layer each piece. And you don't need a lot of card. I'm going to, in this packet here, this has got like 3 toppers. They're double-sided, so one side is printed and the other side is plain. And I actually used that top piece and this, yeah, times 2. I just used them 2 top bits to decorate that. And then a few elements from the pop-outs. So I had to go and buy myself some ribbon. Just tied that on. I've got a little tag on there, but that's perfect. Hello, Santa. I've got a little frame on there. So you can decorate these with anything. Maybe you're going to do it in white card and you're going to stamp snowflakes or whatever. Do all of that before you put it together. It's easier. But yeah, so that is your Terry's Chocolate Orange. Oh, now for the wine. I like this one. So for the wine, now you could absolutely, I've just took the ribbon off this to show you. If we pretend that it hasn't got this on and we stick it underneath, this bottle of wine will absolutely fit in there like so, and it sticks out that much, okay? And I looked at it and I thought, if we had a little bit more, if it was longer, that would fit a little bit better. So that's exactly what I've done for you today. I have got a new one. So let's grab, this time it's in A4.
Question.
Yes?
Chrissy wants to know, have you got any card that's got gonks on?
No. It's all gonk. It's all gonk. No, sorry, Chrissy. Was it Chrissy or Christine?
Yeah, Chrissy.
Chrissy, we haven't. And I don't recall seeing any this year. But, I mean, I can keep my eye open. Let me just check that this is absolutely A4 and I didn't chop anything off. No, I didn't. Okay, so for this one, we are going to score at 5, 10, 15, 20. We're going to rotate there and go 5. And we're going to rotate the other way. And we're going to go 3, 5, and 7. That's it. One thing I can tell you, if you want to make that cracker, it's exactly the same. You just do 3, 5, 7 from each end. Unless you want it to be a little bit smaller and you can chop it down. But you always need the 3, 5, 7 from each end if you're doing the 5 centimetre sections, if that makes sense. Right, I need to do some markings. So that is 5. So I guess we'll be at, can't remember. Let's see. It is, yes, 2 and 3. And then it'll be 7 and 8. Then it'll be 12 and 13. And then it'll be 17. Get in that groove, you little monster. And 18. That's it. Job done. So we'll do the folding first. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that bit we need to keep on. That's going to that point. Get it nice. I'm aware that I moved the camera up and I'm hoping that you can see now. So we've got that fold to go to that point. The card that I'm using here is just Dragon's card, just the all-purpose, so it's 300 GSM, nice and sturdy, perfect if you want to stamp on it. Maybe you want to do an inky design and spritz it, it's perfect for that. Alternatively, you could still make this from your patterned 12 sheets, just chop them down so that they're 21 centimetres wide. And then this last one, which is a half. Once you've made one, it's an easy concept. You can quite easily change the sizes to suit what you've got, what you want to put in it. But yes, socks, scarves. Maybe you've bought some little ear pods. Maybe they could fit in there depending on how big the box is. But if they don't fit, you could always resize it to fit. I can just see all your little Christmas trees now with all these little cracker boxes underneath. Okay, so we've got that ready. Have we folded everything? Make sure that you fold the little gusset bits, because if you don't, it makes it hard when you're trying to do your ribbons. So I always like to fold one over, pop the glue on, and then it kind of finds its place. That bit and that little bit there. Give that time to bond. And then when you're sure it's stuck, bend it the other way. Such a good grab that glue is. Okay, so then, again, I'm going to have to lift this up so you can get it underneath. When that pops down, they just meet perfectly. And it's a nice little hole, so, yeah. Right, now then. Now then. Oh, I shouldn't say that. Right, let's pop that in there. And that's now, once you've got your little ribbon on, it's the perfect size. It's a little bit taller than what this one is, you see. And I just thought that would suit that bottle of wine perfectly. So I'm going to take that out. And just stick these tabs in the same way. Now I might need to use my little ruler to get down there this time, because I would do exactly the same thing. Make sure that's nice and square. And get something. I'm going to have to pull it away from under the camera. There we go. So that is for our wine bottle. We've got our hexagon cracker. We've got our square crackers, which are very similar to these ones. We've then got our Terry's chocolate orange. So that's it. And I mean, there are other, you could make the hexagon cracker smaller if you wanted to. Maybe you just wanted a long, thin one. You could make that out of A4, I'm certain. Let me just think in my head. What's that for? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Look at me. You could. Right. You see, now you've made me want to just quickly do it. I'm just going to do one more. I'm not even going to cut the card down yet because I need to make sure it works. 6 sides. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and a tab at 19. So we need to cut 2 centimetres off. Right, now, tab-wise, we'll have 3 for the little bits. I mean, you could do it bigger than that if you wanted, but we'll do 3. Let's try 3, 5. What did I do on the other one? I did 3, 6, 9 on that, didn't I? Let's just do the same.
Chris is asking for the measurements for the small bottle one again, please.
Right, you'll need to just... Rewind. The small bottle one. Right, I'll just quickly do that now because otherwise we'll get confused. So the small bottle is 21 cent. It's an A4 sheet of card. Okay, you're going to score at 5, 10, 15, and 20, and then you'll put 5 centimeters from this end, and 3, 5, and 7 from that end, and then you'll need to mark 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters. Let me put it this way so I can just see it off of here. 2, 3, 7, 8, 12, 13, and 17 and 18. Put your marks down, and that's your measurements for the bottle one. I'm just giving you an extra one here, but my brain is just suddenly thinking, oh, because I said it has to be sized perfectly, didn't I? That's 3. I'm going to go 1.5. Okay, so we're going to go 3. We're going to go 4.5 and 6. This is going to be interesting because if it works, I don't inspire myself with much confidence there, do I? 3. What did I do? 4.5. 4.5 and 6. Right, shall I make sure it works first? So that's 3. So this time we're going to score at 1, mark at 1 and 2, 4 and 5, 7 and 8, 10, 11, get in the groove, 13, 14, 16, 17. Right, let's cut it, see if it works before I do the other end. That'll be the tab. That'll be that. I hope it does work. Otherwise, I'll be deleting the end of the video. That's fine. Right. Okay, let's cut these little V's. We're still all right for time. I try to do them an hour. So what I want to happen when I put this together, I want that all to kind of interlock into each other perfectly and not overlap. That's what I'm heading for. And that you just have to think about that when you're sizing, deciding what lines to score. So, oh, one more. Right. I'm not going to be able to tell. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to stick it. I'm not going to do the other end. I'm just going to stick it just to show you, to make sure it works, because you can just repeat what I've done there. It was just a quickie one that I just suddenly thought of. This could have a scented candle in it. Make sure it's stuck, Hazel. Oh, do you know what? Look at that. Perfect. Okay, so, yes, that, that would have worked. I can't do the other end now, but you could also cut these off at any stage. So say, for instance, okay then, right, let's just do that. I'm not going to do a cracker at the other end. I'm going to just do it as a fancy box. So I'm going to cut it off there. And I'm going to go around. I'm going to put little V's on this. Whether it's right or wrong, don't know. Just thought I would try it. Right. So if you pop that down, and then they just overlap, that's going to give you a box. You'll probably need to just cut a piece of card in a hexagon to stick on the top of there, like so.
Ooh, a little stack of tea lights.
Oh yes, that would go nice. Shall I just try and stick them down for you? Start there. Gotta get it right. That looks, oops, that looks about hexagon shaped to me. There we go. But if you wanted it, you see the difference in size for the cracker? It's massive. It depends what you want to do, but like you say, table settings, absolutely perfect for Christmas. Bob their names on it, little gift in there, table gift. I'll be having this. Oh, might have to have a little wave. No, it didn't catch her. It did. I think we're okay and we've answered questions. Fantastic. Thank you so much. You are very welcome, Donna. I've answered Chris's with the extra measurements. I gave measurements on that. So yeah, that's it from me today. Have a fabulous rest of the weekend. I'm really looking forward to next week. Can't wait to get the wall filled up with my goodies. Who? Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. here on this page. Share with your friends. And then we'll also be live on Thursday and Saturday as normal too. So, I think I will upload this to YouTube when I get home. So if you're watching live, thank you for joining me. If you're watching on catch up, thank you also. You deserve, what was that? You deserve the wine. Oh, Jenny, thanks. I will enjoy it, believe me. Thanks everyone. Take care. Bye bye.